I mean, I think I like to find a race where my strategy doesn't have to change, based on what happens, where I think, you look at the bike course here, and I think, this bike course is really, it's going to favor someone who can ride strong the last 60, 70K, right? I mean, where you're coming back from Port Douglas, it's going to be into a headwind. The headwind should have built, and it should be pretty much the strongest it's going to be all day. You got the last time over those hills in Port Douglas. You want to be able to ride strong. So, when you're looking at basically being strong from, 110, 120 through 180K, you don't want to get too caught up in what happened, before that, meaning the swim and the bike, right? I mean, for me, it's always come out as close as I can to the leaders, but I think this is a course where, you can see some big gaps open up. I mean, I think Luke obviously races a little bit differently in that way, right? I mean, he's out of the front on the swim and then, stringing it out. I'd like to, I think I have maybe a bit more confidence in my run. He's traditionally been a better swimmer. I've traditionally been a better runner. But I think, we both take it hard on the bike. And that's the way I'd be looking forward to it here, right, is to ride that last 60, 70K really strong and then put together a solid marathon, off and figuring either guys rode the course, easy, giving themselves a good run chance, are going to be way back, or the guys that are good runners but they rode that bike course too hard, they're not going to be able to run up to their potential. I mean, I try not to pick races where there's going to be a pack, where being in a pack, I think here, right, you're going to have a lot of wind, you're going to have coastal breezes, you generally have good marshals, in Australia, they're experienced, I think. So, I think here, anytime I've done a race where it's turned into a big pack race, it's like I should have just picked a different race because, I suppose I could adapt my strategy in some ways, but, I just don't think, to me, that's not what I enjoy, right? Like, I don't enjoy being in a pack. Like, if I see a pack, it's like I want to catch it and I want to ride through it as fast as possible. And, sometimes that works and sometimes that doesn't. Sometimes the packs are too big and the course is too flat and you can't get away, but I certainly don't think that's the case here. It turned out that way with the shortened bike and the modified bike in Texas. That was the case, but, I'm certainly glad to be here and have the chance to kind of redo after, that Texas race kind of not working out as well as I'd hoped. I try not to plan too far. I mean, I try not to look at a race as a stepping stone to any other race, right? I mean, I'm here because I want to have a great race here, right? I'm not here because I want to do something else, right? Like, I think, you start thinking too far down the road and you lose your focus on what's important, and that's, being here now. So, I mean, I think, Kona is the obvious one, but I mean, I'm not looking at this as a stepping stone to Kona. I mean, obviously it has that potential, but I'm here because I want to do this race because I think it's a great course. It's awesome to be, a championship race. So, my focus right now, it just doesn't go any further than the finish line on Sunday.